Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. Welcome, everybody. It is the 16th episode of the Get Geeked Podcast. And as you can see, it is just me. I tried to get in contact with Alex. He's a bit busy this weekend. So, yeah, it's just going to be me, which is kind of fitting. It's all right. Also, you're going to hear me kind of lose my breath a little bit, and it goes along with one of my openings. So I want to say about maybe around Wednesday night, your boy right here, well, let's just say I beat death. And I have a pretty positive outlook on it. I mean, because I'm still alive and everything like that, but I had some chest pains, kind of ignored it through the night, but couldn't sleep. Woke up, chest pains got worse, and then I couldn't breathe much. So I went to the emergency room. Come to find out, your boy, Gaber's right here, me, I had a heart attack. Luckily, I got to the emergency room on time. They treated me and everything like that. We had to do a surgery. Basically, right now, I have 2 metal tubes in my heart. So I am part bionic. If you can say, I am kind of Iron Man or Metal Man or whatever. But yeah, I survived the heart attack. There you go. Death has nothing on me. I will beat him every time he comes knocking. But yeah, so there's going to be a little bit of changes in our schedules and stuff like that. Only because, well, now a lot of my income has to go to medical bills. Yay, medical bills. But, you know, it's not going to stop me. And we've said it before too, as long as I'm still ticking, we're going to get an episode out every week, all right? So as long as I'm up and still moving and still rocking, I'm going to get an episode out to you guys. So don't worry about that. And if not, I'll come back from the grave and haunt Alex and make him do an episode or something, you know? So don't worry. We will always still be here. I'm much grateful for everyone who's subscribed to the channel. We are, I think, still steady at 47, hoping to get a little bit higher. If you have friends that are into geeky stuff and everything like gaming and all that good stuff, let them know. Help us out, get us some more subscribers. We're still trying to get to 100. Yeah, so, but, you know, let's get off of my situation, even though it was pretty crazy. Well, I mean, you know what, I kind of want to talk about it a little bit, because it was a little, dude, it was an experience, right? I don't know how many people, I don't know how many of you out there has ever been to the hospital or has been into surgery, but oh man, oh boy. Let me just start off by saying this, dude. Hospital food, not great. But I guess it's got to be healthy, right? So I guess it can't be too like fantastic, because it kind of has to be bland and healthy and keep you living and stuff like that. But oh man. But let me tell you this though. Before you go into surgery, you're not allowed to eat or drink. So that first meal you get, even though it's bland as hell, it is the best thing in the world, because it's the first thing you were able to eat. For me, I didn't eat on the morning because I was in pain. Didn't want to eat, couldn't eat. So when we got there, straight to doing all the lab tests and everything like that, right? I think they had asked me if I wanted to eat something before, but I kind of I was so trying to keep my breath that I kind of ignored it and didn't answer. So maybe it was kind of my mess up, but you know, hey, I wasn't in the position to really think it over, right? So and this was kind of earlier in the afternoon, almost morning still. So I haven't eaten yet for the whole day, and then they scheduled me for the surgery, which is not until the next day. So I couldn't eat still, couldn't eat. They did give me some water and some apple juice when they started me on medication to get me ready for the surgery. But man, yeah, so I was totally hungry. So by the time surgery ended and I was actually able to eat, that first meal was amazing. but let's just say it's nothing to. It's not like your favorite dish from like your favorite restaurant or anything like that. It was just that because I was so hungry, I was like, I'll eat anything, kind of really. But man, thinking about it this way, dude, it was a weird experience. Like, I don't know if any of you ever had to just lay on a slab, kind of almost butt naked with random people shaving your privates, getting ready. It was an experience, but I'm glad it's over. I now have to change my lifestyle up a little bit, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit more healthier, a little bit more how do you say that? More on my exercise tip, I guess. I gotta get a little bit more active on exercising, right? I've already kind of started the process, so a better diet, of course. And I used to ride my bike, but I didn't have time to ride my bike all the time. So I bought myself an indoor trainer. That way I could get at least 30 minutes of cardio every day. So that's gonna help. Yeah, that's about it. Kind of stay healthier, be a little bit more active. So it's gonna cut into a little bit of my gaming time and stuff like that. And it's gonna be hard to like, I can manage it, dude. We'll still do hunts. I mean, we'll see after checking out my financials, after dealing with medical bills and stuff like that, and then we'll see where we are. And hopefully, I can still do Funko Pop hunts and stuff like that. But I hope we still can, because I mean, I love to do it. Like, it's fun for me, and it's exciting when I'm able to go out there and find what I'm looking for. That's why, like, when people always tell me like, why don't you just buy it online? Well, it's not exciting. You just look it up online, click, 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 and you got it, right? The exciting part is going out there and looking for it. But so let's hope I can still do that. But we'll find that out in the future. I'm still gonna probably still do the giveaway, another giveaway video, because I still do have a lot of pops that I kind of don't have room for, and I have no more want or need for it. So look forward to that. That'll be coming up in the near future, and I have to schedule it out and see when I could do that. But yeah, with that said though, I just want to say thank you everyone who subscribed, thank you for everyone who watches these videos, and thank you for all you guys for coming along for the ride and stuff like that. Much love. I love you guys all. I love that I'm still alive. So hey, let's do this. Let's get into this. We got some news to get into, and I just have a few topics, and some of the topics are kind of gonna be I'm combining the stuff that I haven't been able to do because of what had happened. So I was supposed to do the movie review and the show review last week, but because of what happened, I wasn't able to. So I'm gonna combine that with the one subject that I want to talk about this week. So we're gonna go with news, movie review, show review, and then topic, right? And so with that said, let's get into it, guys. So first on the docket, Avengers Endgame is getting a re-release, and it's gonna have a separate edit. They're gonna give I think I want to say an ending, a different ending, and it's not gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be a totally different ending, but they're gonna add in a couple more scenes and a different end. I want to say an extended ending, and then they're gonna also stick in a post-credit scene. And even though I know and everybody else knows that this is a ploy to just get them past Avatar, I'm all for it. Now, if they could pull it off, I don't know. I want them to, because I'm more of a fan of comic book superheroes and stuff like that than the movie Avatar. I tried watching the movie Avatar. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I don't understand why people loved it so much. I think it was more of the whole visual, if you saw it in the theater type deal, that's what made it so big. But, to me, it didn't really pull me in. It didn't give me anything that it wasn't my cup of tea. So I would rather see Avengers Endgame be number one than Avatar. So I'm hoping this re-release does get them past the bar. But, who knows, because like the thing is, it's that teaser of that post-credit scene. We don't know what they're putting in that post-credit scene. And everyone's speculating. There's rumors out there of what it's going to be. There's rumors about them teasing X-Men and all that good stuff. And, tell you should do anything that they put on there at the end, at the teaser, it's gonna be like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting. So you know what? I might even go out there and see it when they re-release it. So there goes 10-15 bucks out of my pocket that they're gonna get, and hopefully millions more will follow, and we get them to number one, right? So that's news number one. And I'm excited about that, So I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you want, comment down below. Let us know what you feel about that. But to me, I'm down for it. I'm ready. Let's move it along then. So it's almost July. And Stranger Things season 3 is coming out in July. And as you can see, I'm wearing Stranger Things right here. I am a fan. I am ready for this. Me and Alex did plan on doing a review show, and I'm hoping that he does follow with me to do that. So look forward to that. I'm super excited for that. All the trailers are out. You can check them out. All of them are. I've seen most all of them. I'm already hyped. Yeah. I can't wait. And that's more of a kind of an announcement than news or anything like that. But so I stuck it in there just because hey, I'm a fan, and I just want to let everybody know. Now, okay, next on the docket. I don't know if you remember, maybe like 2 episodes ago, I talked about Keanu being interested in being in MCU. Now, this has been proven, right, as fact, because Kevin Feige, there's an interview out there about with Kevin Feige where he says himself that they actually tried to get Keanu to be part of one of their movies, but the only reason why they didn't was because scheduling with Keanu Reeves shooting John Wick 3. Oh, hey there, Keanu. Yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they had troubles scheduling with him because he had to shoot John Wick. I don't know if it was John Wick 3 or John Wick 2, but they couldn't get him for what he was supposed to play, though. He was supposed to play he was supposed to be in Captain Marvel as the villain, basically. But hey, I'm kind of glad that he wasn't able to do that, because if you're gonna cast Keanu, I kind of want him to be more of a important role, maybe a more long-lasting role. So, but what Kevin Feige has said, though, they're still interested in working with him, and they're still looking for roles for him to play. And the rumor has it that they have a role for him on the Eternals, the movie Eternals that is coming out in a few years or so. And they have a few castings for that already, but they haven't even started production on that or anything like that. So they got time to get him signed on and all that good stuff. So I can't wait for that. And not just that, but Marvel's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, where they're going to release a lot of stuff. And there's like so much stuff that they could release, or we don't know what they could release, because there's so much things that they could go for, because they have on the docket Shang-Chi. They also have Black Widow, the Black Widow movie. All of the Marvel streaming service shows that they can put out there, and then they have the slate. Now we don't know if they're gonna announce their slate, because I feel like if I was Marvel, I would hold the slate to be released during D23, which is their own kind of con, right? D23, which is their own kind of con. So I would think that they would hold their slate release for that, but just do the show announcements at San Diego Comic-Con, which I think that's what they're gonna do. I just realized I had my fan on the whole time, so I don't know if that sound is gonna be caught in the recording, but if it was, I'm so sorry. But it's not going to be on there for now, right? Super excited on that. Marvel's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to see what they're going to bring. I'm excited to see what they're going to have. So let's move from Marvel to DC. And last week's episode, we kind of took a dump on DC, but one of the good things that came out of DC is, I don't know if any of you guys watched the show Krypton on Sci-Fi, but they had just revealed a character that's kind of beloved. He's an anti-hero. They introduced a character which is kind of beloved by a lot of people. He's not really a hero, but he's not. I mean, he could kind of be seen as a villain, but not really. I mean, he's not really a hero either. He is kind of an anti-hero. He is the bounty hunter Lobo. Now, the thing is, it's I don't know if it's a rumor, if it's been greenlit or not, but I believe it's greenlit. They are going to do a spin-off show on Lobo, which is exciting. And this isn't a CW show, which I'm glad, and it's not going to be on their streaming service, so it doesn't have to be we don't have to worry about it being canceled. It's going to be on Sci-Fi, so it has life. Let's just say that. I just hope that they do it right. The character does look a little funny. I mean, he kind of true to character, on the comics, but still, it's kind of weird to see it like that. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it we'll take it wherever they give it to us, right? I mean, hey, it was way out of reach of even thinking of them doing even a movie or a show on Lobo, but just to see them taking a chance now and just going for it, big props to DC on that one, right? And I want to say that that's kind of all the news I have right there. So let's go. I would say it's we'll just say it's 3 topics. So let's go topic number 1. Here we go. This is my movie review on The Dead Don't Die. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, spoilers. So I'm going to just go straight through the movie. Kind of just detailing. I'm not really going to go through the whole thing or anything like that. I'm just going to give you what I think, the people that's in it, and my rating on it. But let's just say this. The Dead Don't Die is not for everybody. It is a very, very, very slow burn. It's kind of a quirky, weird comedy. The jokes are kind of beaten over the head, but with a dry sense of humor. And it just keeps on beating you over the head until it's funny. And the thing is, for me, it's kind of right up my alley. I don't know why, but I love these almost B-rated, but with a budget type of movie. I watched a bunch of it. I think it goes back to my days when I used to work at a video store, so I kind of had a whole catalog of movies to go through, and then I just watch each one. I just found myself kind of more interested in kind of the low budget indie films and stuff like that, because this one is kind of an indie film. It didn't have a wide release, it had limited releases, so I'm not sure if the movie's out in your area or not. But if you are kind of into the weird, slow burn, doesn't really have a resolution type movie, I would say check it out. It'll be up around your alley. But if you are not into anything weird or slow burning and stuff like that, if you don't have patience to kind of go through the movie and stuff like that, not for you, all right? And so it's that right there is going to kind of make my rating a little bit biased. So take my rating kind of a little lightly. I mean, if you want to judge for yourself, go watch it for yourself, and let us know. Let us know in the comments what you thought about the movie. But the movie is basically your random kind of zombie flick. It has Bill Murray, Adam Driver, a few other people. I'm going to pull up the IMDb, because let's just say this movie is stacked. It has a lot of people, a lot of stars in it, which is kind of weird because for the amount of stars they have on the movie, like the amount of star power that they have on the movie, it didn't get any traction. But I think it's because it's like the director does weird movies, and it is such a weird movie that I don't think anyone kind of wanted to back it. It was kind of like maybe just I don't know if it was a passion project. It kind of seemed like it though. But let me see if I can pull it up. And we're gonna go through the whole cast here because it's amazing. So you have Selena Gomez, you have Adam Driver, you got Chloe Sevigny, Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton, that guy I don't know, Sarah Driver, Tom Waits, which is I want to say a musician. Iggy Pop plays one of the zombies. You got Danny Glover, Steve Buscemi. You also have RZA playing it's not a UPS driver, but it was like a Woo PS driver or something like that, which was kind of funny, but it's kind of play on a UPS driver. Rosie Perez is in the movie. Yeah, and then more other people, but those are the main big star attractions, right? So it had the star power in the movie. It's just that it's weird. That's all it is, because the whole thing is Tilda Swinton plays a weird coroner, and she's kind of weird. She only walks in right angles. She has a samurai sword, and she could kill. Coming to find out later in the movie, I guess she's an alien because she gets picked up by a spaceship and just leaves everybody. And then this movie also breaks the fourth wall because it's kind of it knows that it's a movie, because Adam Driver. You find out later on that Adam Driver knows that it's a movie because there was a line where he's like, "Oh, I read the script," and he keeps on saying this line through the whole movie that this isn't going to end well, and no one knows why he's saying it, but later on he explains why he's saying it, and it's because he said that he read the script, given to him by the director, right? Strange, weird movie, but like I said though, if you're into that type of humor, if you're into that style, like I am, you'll love it. But if you're nowhere near, if your taste is nowhere near that, yeah, not the movie for you. But here we go with the rating. My rating for this movie is, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10, and just because it fulfilled all my check marks for a good movie. I'd say like there's parts in there that are a bit way too slow at some points, and there are arcs that they bring throughout the movie, but the arcs don't ever end, like, because the arcs just kind of disappear. So that kind of knocked it down a little bit for me, but it's still a good movie. I still enjoyed it. So 7.5 out of 10 for me. For a regular person though, I might even say that it might be a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. So like I said, you have to be kind of into the style of the movie to enjoy it. But there you guys go. The Dead Don't Die. I loved it. I liked it. I don't know if you guys will. If you want to figure it out for yourself, go check it out. Let's get into the second topic. It is a Netflix show called Black Summer. Give me a second. Let me just get a drink of water real quick. And I think I messed up last week. I messed up on last week's episode because I think I called it Dark Summer. It's actually called Black Summer. This is also another zombie show. As you can see, there's kind of a, theme here. I'm kind of into the whole zombies, horror, stuff like that. But it has to be kind of that. It kind of has to be that kind of campy horror type stuff for me to like it. I don't get into any of the possession type stuff unless done very, very stylish and weird and crazy, right? But I don't know, those movies don't scare me anymore. Even those found footage ones don't scare me anymore. And then the possession stuff and ghost hunting stuff, it's just, I don't know. I might give Child's Play a chance, only because I hear mixed reviews. So I'm a little worried because I know that they changed the origins of Chucky, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll give it a try. I was a Child's Play 1 fan. After that, Child's Play 2 and all the rest of stuff that I don't really care for. But I was a Child's Play Part 1 fan, so I'm gonna give this new one a try and see how that goes. I might even try the new Annabelle movie coming out. I might give it a try, even though I like the first Annabelle didn't scare me at all, and that whole franchise doesn't really scare me because it's just, I don't know, for some reason it just seems too. I don't know how it is, how to even put it out in words. But for some reason, it just doesn't scare me. Maybe because I just don't like stuff like that. Doesn't phase me. But let's just say in my culture, there's scarier things, right? But yeah, So let's get back to Black Summer. Brand new actors. No one famous or anything on the slate for this show, so there's no one really big carrying it. Very, very low budget, and you will see it if you do watch this series. You can tell where they cut corners on funding for the show and stuff like that. But for some weird reason, when I started watching, I just couldn't stop watching, even as bad as it is. But once again, there goes my taste and my flavor. I'm into that campy kind of low budget style, that kind of indie flavor, so that indie feel. So I'm into it, right? But I'm gonna put it right off the bat. The show is kind of bad. It's not good at all. The special effects is bad. The zombie makeup is bad. Some of the dialogue is actually pretty good. The story is actually the story itself is actually pretty good. I kind of dig the story, but and I think that's probably what kept me interested and kept me going is the storyline. It's a mother who gets lost from her daughter, but she knows where the daughter's being taken to. She's taken to kind of this like sports center in the middle of the city, but she gets split up because the man, her husband that she was with at the time, is infected, and because he is infected, he wasn't allowed to get on the van with the daughter, and then she tries to defend her husband, and then they get split up because then they have the truck pulls off. And so the whole story is her trying to get to her daughter, but in between that whole thing, they meet up with a bunch of a band of like different type of people, and then you get woven storylines of all the people that she meets, which is kind of interesting because some of the stories on that is a little bit more interesting than others. There are storylines that arcs that kind of like they throw away. I think it's like one or two that they just throw away, but other than that, the rest of them are actually pretty cool and actually pretty intriguing. But yeah, let's just say bad production, but pretty good story wise. So I think that's what kind of held me in. And so there you go. That's the kind of there's the show for you. Black Summer, zombie movie, bad production, bad kind of bad look all around, but a really good story, kind of compelling. Not really compelling. I don't know why I say compelling, but it's interesting. It keeps you interested. But yeah, with that said, my rating for the show is going to be a 6 out of 10. It's good enough to keep you interested and good enough for you to get through it. And also it helps that it's only about, I think I want to say like 11 episodes or so. Maybe wrong, give or take. But yeah, not too many episodes, so you can get through it pretty quickly. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Give it a try if you want. You have nothing else to do. I want to watch a cheap zombie show, waste an hour or two. There you go. Black Summer, right? With that said, let's get into our third topic, which, if you want to go, if you saw last week's episode, I wanted to talk about the whole figure, mostly Funko Pops, because that's kind of what I'm into. But it's the same thing with every type of figure that they sell out in the market, and each kind of so in the Funko Pop world, there are exclusives, and then there's like the more exclusive it is, the more harder it is to find. But here's the thing. So they already have these exclusives. These exclusives are already hard enough to find, and it's not just within Funko Pops either, because that's kind of in every kind of toy figure. Each one, there's like stuff called chases, which are different variants of the figure that you're looking for, and those are more rare because it's harder to find those, because they only make like maybe one or two out of a whole batch of like 40 or 100 or so. and then there's like certain store exclusives or convention exclusive and stuff like that, where you can only get it at the convention. And I can see those because those are the convention exclusives I'm cool with, because you have to go to those conventions to get those figures. But the problem I have with this whole thing is these store exclusive. Because the one thing that I've come across a lot is that a lot of these stores don't get informed. Like they don't know what these things are. They don't know what the popularity of them. They like, okay. For example, one time there was a Spider-Man exclusive that was exclusive to Walgreens. So I'm going to these different Walgreens, and I'm thinking like, oh, they'll probably know because they're running the exclusive through Walgreens. It has the sticker on there, says Walgreens exclusive and everything like that. And so I go to an employee. I'm like, hey, do you have this Funko Pop available? Come to find out, none of the employees know what I'm talking about. And it wasn't even just at Walgreens. The same thing at Walmart. I remember there was a Walmart exclusive, or actually, you know what? It wasn't really even exclusive. Well, I guess it kind of isn't exclusive. It just didn't come with a sticker, but you can only find it at Walmart. And I remember going to Walmart, asking employees there, hey, where do you have your Funko Pops at? They don't even know. They don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just like, these little figures are, plastic, blah, blah, in a box, a small box. And they're thinking I'm describing amiibos, so they're sending me towards the amiibo aisle. And I'm like, no, I don't want amiibos. I want these Funkos. But yeah, like that's one of my big things, and one of my big problems with collecting these figures and stuff like that is these store exclusive. Like, I wish that the Funko and stuff like that would like at least take their time to contact the stores that they're having exclusives with, and kind of educate them on what it is. Like let them know, like, hey, these are toys that you're going to be putting out, and they're exclusive to your store only, and you're going to see a bunch of people coming around asking for it, so, and then, but that's also a double-edged sword, because if you find out too, and this happens a lot at like GameStops, and it used to happen at Hot Topic, but they got smart on the game. They knew that these things were important to certain collectors. They knew that it was valuable. So what they had did was they had just bought them themselves, held it, or even try to sell it to the customer for a higher price, which, as you saw, happen at the Baskin-Robbins exclusives. And this was like Baskin-Robbins' first ever holding Funko Pops at all. So, they hiked up the price when they shouldn't have and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's one of my first problems. But you know what? I kind of get through it, because I come to find that, hey, if I can't get it, then I can't get it. I'm not the type of collector to where like, oh, like I need to get it, I'm gonna have to get it. If I can't get it, I can't get it. If I can, it's super awesome. I get excited when I see something on the shelf that I've been looking for a while, and it's awesome and it's amazing. It feels good. I don't know. It just the feeling, people just don't understand it. You just don't get it. But if you're a collector out there and you went out searching for something, and you found something that you've been searching for a long time, and it was so hard for you to find, and you actually finally find it, then you know how I feel, right? But yeah. So that's one of my gripes. The other part is flippers. Oh man. And I'm happy to see that Hot Topics is starting to kind of control the flippers, because it used to be like an exclusive would come out and they would post it onto their Instagram, and then you see it posted up and you're like, oh snap, and you hop in your car and you rush over there just to try to get one, and then as soon as you walk in the door, you see a guy at the counter with all 4 or 5 of them on the counter, and they were allowed to buy all these, but Hot Topic's gotten better with that. They are now limiting certain, amounts on certain exclusives and stuff like that. So big ups to them. But other stores aren't like that anymore, or not like that yet. I know that GameStop kind of started doing that too. They have limits now also. Although I've still been to some GameStops where I see the flippers at the counter with a bunch. So not all GameStops are like that yet, but it seems like stores are kind of getting smarter about it. I know Baskin Robbins had a limit, which is pretty cool. But yeah, flippers were a big headache, and they still kind of are, because for some weird reason, and I don't know how, but they're always there. As soon as they announce something, they are always there. Like, and to me, it seems like they're always there, like a minute or a minute or like half a minute before I'm there, because it just seems like they're there. They just got there as soon as they get through the door, which is crazy. I don't know why. I don't know how, but they're just always a minute or half a minute ahead of me. Because they're, Hot Topic announced Golden Shenron, which is a golden dragon from Dragon Ball Z. And I'm not really a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, but I am a big fan of dragons. And I see a golden dragon, I'm like, oh, I want that golden dragon. So Hot Topic releases it on this one day. They post up their Instagram image. I see it. I'm like, boom. And I didn't. Unlike the Kakashi figure, I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm hopping in the car right now, and I'm going right now. So as soon as I see it, I get in my car, I go, and I drive over there. But as soon as I get over there, and I don't know how many I don't know how many they had at Hot Topic. I just know that as soon as I get there, there's a guy in there that's getting 2, and he bought the 2, and those were the last 2. So I was like, and then so I called, and that was here in Long Beach. So I called Lakewood, and Lakewood had one. So I hopped in my car and I rushed all the way to Lakewood. By the time I get to Lakewood, it was already gone again. That one was already gone. So yeah, I don't know. And the thing was that I don't even know if that guy was a flipper or not. He might not have been. He just might have bought 2, maybe one for himself and one for a friend. You could tell a flipper is a flipper is if they have a whole bunch. 2 is not enough to be called a flipper. So I don't want to say that he was a flipper, but let's just say that's kind of my luck. I'm always there just a second or a minute too late. I guess it was just my luck. But yeah, that's the whole that's my toy collecting talk or spiel. I just wanted to kind of like get that whole gripe out and just like let you guys know like my frustrations with it and stuff like that. But like I said though, I love it. I still do it, and sometimes I do it not even just. And see, the thing is, I go for the things that I like, and it's kind of dumb because sometimes I just go for the things that I like at that time, and it changes after a while. Because I know that I have a whole collection of Suicide Squad pops. I'm not even into them anymore, just because when I saw the movie, it disappointed me, and now I'm just sitting on Suicide Squad pops that I don't even display anymore because I'm just not into them. But hey, you know what? That might be my giveaway. In a future date. So if you guys are still into Suicide Squad pops, I even have the GameStop exclusive what's her name? The Joker's Harley Quinn. I have the GameStop exclusive Harley Quinn. So but if you're into that, be subscribed, hit that bell notification, keep track of the videos that come out, because I will be doing that giveaway video pretty soon in the near future, and the whole Suicide Squad set might be on there for the giveaway. So yeah, but there you go, guys. Try to keep it short, keep it sweet. Like I said, I am recovering from a heart attack, so I do tend to lose my breath a little quicker nowadays. So trying to keep this short and finish it up right here, I guess, because that was kind of all I wanted to say. But yeah, so there you guys go. With that said, though, I still want to repeat that I want to thank everyone that is subscribed. I want to thank you. Please help us get to more subscribers. Please help us get to 100 subscribers. We do have an incentive prize pack for when we do get to 100 subscribers. We're gonna be doing a drawing for a big prize pack, which is gonna be full of a bunch of cool things like a skateboard deck, big giant size pops, and a whole bunch of pop figures, even other stuff type of figures and comic books. And stuff like that. So help us get to 100 subscribers. And if you are subscribed, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. And yeah, with that said, I want to thank you guys for joining us for the 16th episode of the Get Geeked Podcast. And we will see you guys, hopefully, with more of our cast here on the next episode.